Yeah, so I thought I'd make a video talking about the cryptocurrency that you're going to want to try and gather in these days, weeks leading up to the Dawn of DeFi on Algorand. Because it'll be better to have the stuff in hand and ready to go rather than scrambling for it at the beginning. So let's kind of go through what you want, where to get it, what to do with it while you're waiting, and all that kind of stuff. If this is something that you're interested in, consider hitting that subscribe button because we're going to be doing other videos like this. Just different things to get you ready to make some money in the ecosystem that's going to be opening here. And if you follow Algorand, and you probably know a little bit about making money today, right? Shout out to everybody else whose portfolio was up plus 5 figures this morning when they woke up. It was that was a fun thing to see, and it's still kind of going. So, it's down. It's down off the peak of $1.89, but hey, $1.70 is insane when you think that it was 69 cents less than 2 months ago. I mean, I bought a large amount at 69 cents on July 19th, and it's September 8th. So, yeah. If you held, good on you. If you sold, I mean, that sucks, but such is life. And learn from your mistakes, and there'll be more opportunities. Speaking of opportunities, got one coming right now with DeFi. So, all right, let's get into it. First coin, obviously, is Algorand. That seems obvious, and it is obvious, but it can't be overstated how important it is going to be to have a large bag of Algorand to kind of put on the table when this starts, because Algorand is going to be it's the fuel, and it's not just that. Doesn't mean it's just the what's used for the transaction fees. It's going to be everything. Like, let's look at Tiny Man. All right, one of the good ways to make money in these coming things is going to be providing liquidity on Tiny Man. And as you can see, the vast majority of these pools, all of them are half algo. So you're going to be putting up, say, 50% planets, 50% algo, 50% ABC, 50% algo, 50% CYF, 50% algo. As you can see, it's 50% algo on so many of these things. And that's going to carry over into everything, right? The lending and borrowing platforms, a good place or a good way to provide collateral is going to be providing Algorand. I can 100% guarantee you that AlgoFi and Folks Finance will accept Algorand as collateral, and you'll be able to borrow against it. You'll be able to borrow more Algorand against it. You'll be able to borrow stablecoins against it. Everything. Algorand is going to be the main coin, and we shouldn't have to say that, but I just want to really make everybody understand that you need to fill your algo bag first and foremost, right? Now, I wish I kind of would have put this video out like 2 days ago when the price was here. It was under $1 for a very, very long time, and this is the year chart. Let's look at the, even the 1 month chart. God, you could have bought it $1.20, and it was under $1 for just, I bought it. July 19th. Yeah. Like I said, I bought a lot at this point. So I can't really recommend buying a lot at this point, but I don't know. All I know is you had your chance, and if you didn't, it's gotta hurt. But that's all right. This will be more about just Algorand, but just don't buy Algorand today. I mean, fuck, I don't know. Nobody knows. That's the thing. Anybody who tells you they know what's going to happen with the price of Algorand right now is lying, because nobody does. I mean, people have been following this for 2 years, day in and day out, and this is unprecedented price action, really, because it's completely divorced from the rest of the market. Yeah. All right. Like I said, I don't want to get into the price of Algorand right now because it's crazy, and I don't want to make any recommendations on whether or not to buy it, because I mean, it could go up to $5. So whatever. I'm not going to talk about. Not going to recommend. If you already have it though, okay. Let's say you were smart and you bought it and you have your Algorand and you're happy with your bag and you're wondering what to do with it. Well, right now, the worst possible thing you could do is hold it on Coinbase. Coinbase pays you 4% interest, which is a total ripoff because you can hold it in the official Algorand wallet right now. And as you can see, even not compounding it at all, you'll be earning 5.56%. If you compound it daily, that bumps up to 5.7%. So just holding your Algorand, not doing anything at all, just by having it in your one of the either official Algorand wallet or the My Algo wallet or your hardware wallet like a Ledger, any custodial wallet where you control the coins and they are held on the blockchain will be paying you 5.72% interest if you compound daily. If you just stick them in there, forget them, it's 5.56% interest. That is any custodial wallet. People get very confused on that, and I'm not going to get too much into it, but just know that all custodial wallets where you are the custodian of your coins earn the exact same amount of interest, and that interest is based upon math of things that are happening on the blockchain. That's all I want to say about that. Another place that you could put your Algorand while you're waiting for these things to kind of kick in is YLDY. YLDY right now, let's refresh it. It's exactly what it is. YLDY right now is paying you 11.4% APY on your Algorand. Now it's important to note that you don't get paid out in Algorand. You get that paid out in YLDY, which is at just a little bit over 2 cents. As the price of YLDY goes up, this APY goes up. This has been over 20% at times. When YLDY was near 3 pennies and Algo was languishing around $1.20, this APY got over 20%. I think it was nearing almost 25% at times. So that's a decent place to stick your Algorand while you're waiting. You'll also be earning ASA that probably will be needed in the ecosystem. So if you, I would, I have probably 90% of my Algorand is staked on YLDY right now. I pulled a little bit off to put on a trade bot through this price action, but still the vast majority of it, and I've done well. I had many days where I have an amount of Algorand where you earn around 4 Algorand per day, and for the longest time, that was around $4, and I was basically selling my $4 in Algorand to YLDY, and they were paying me like some days $20 in YLDY for my $4 of Algorand. So it was a very, very good deal. It still is a good deal, and it's a solid place to kind of park your Algorand to maximize the amount of interest you can gain. All right, the wild card that's going to be coming up is governance, and it's basically you're going to be able to lock your YLDY up for a 3-month period. You're going to possibly get up to 30% interest in that 3-month period. They'll be locked up and inaccessible. The question becomes then, is that 30% interest going to be greater than what you could possibly earn on, like, if Tiny Man opens in the middle and you have your Algo's locked up and you're getting paid 30% interest, but then Tiny Man is offering some liquidity mining program where you could possibly earn 150% interest. It's going to be a juggling act, and I'm going to have an entire video about what my plan is for governance. So I'm not going to get into much here, but just know that it's something that's coming, but it's 3-4 weeks away. So we'll get into it more. Subscribe if that's something you're interested in, because it'll be a couple videos down the line. All right, so that is Algorand. Like I said, that's your number one token that you're really going to want to stack. You're really going to want to have a lot of, and you're going to want to hold on to it and have it in a way that's going to be ready to deploy quickly. All right, the next most important coins, tokens are probably going to be stablecoins. If you look at the assets, on the thing, they've got Tether. That was one of the very, very first verified tokens on the Algorand blockchain was Tether. They also have USD coin. Those are the two main ones. Algo Mint has talked about coming out with their own stablecoin, and there may be some other ones that come up. But right now, those both exist. Those both are on the blockchain, the Algorand blockchain, and you can get them and move them around for, once you get them off the exchange, you start moving them for 0.001 Algorand. The places to get them, you need to be very, very aware of what chain you are moving this on, because both Tether and USD coin exist on multiple blockchains. So let's go to USD Tether here. All right, I have run and fully understand the risk. See, when you go to withdraw your USD Tether, that you'll be withdrawing from wherever and then putting on the AlgoFi or TinyBan or whatnot to earn some money. You need to make sure that you're getting it at the correct blockchain, because as you can see, Kucoin, you can transfer Tether on Ethereum, Tron, the Kucoin network, Algorand, and the EOS network. Don't worry about this. And we're going to switch to USD coin just because Tether, the Kucoin Tether wallet is drained right now. That's why you can't get any. But it's very important that you are getting the correct one. But it's also important because look at this. All right, if you wanted to withdraw a USD coin on the Ethereum network, the fee is a smooth $25, which isn't even true. It's actually around $44 right now, which is fucking ridiculous. If you go to withdraw something on Algorand, it's 0.1, which that's also a complete fucking ripoff, because it should be 0.00168 is the true transaction cost right now. So they're charging almost 100 times what it actually costs, and it's still a minuscule amount compared to Ethereum. Fucking Ethereum's a goddamn fucking clown joke. Ethereum's a fucking joke. I don't even, whatever. And then you can see on the Kucoin network, it's 0.1. Big coincidence that they jacked up the price of the Algorand transaction to exactly match the price of the Kucoin blockchain. But whatever, it's still super, super cheap, and it's a really easy place to get it. Like I said, you're not allowed to get it on Tether right now. You can see. You can go on the Algorand Explorer, look on the blockchain right here. See, this is Kucoin's address, and you can click here, and click on their Tether. You can see they've only got $15,000 in Tether in their main wallet right now. They need to get their ass over to the Tether and reload their wallet. Like you can see here, they've got 5.6 million in USD coin. You see they hold 3.3 million. Look at that. $66,000 in Algorand rewards Kucoin has earned by just participating. But yeah, that's why you can't withdraw Algorand right now. It's not anything to do with Algorand, and it's really not anything to do with Kucoin, other than the fact that they just need to reload their wallet. But like I said, USD coin, USD Tether, there's a big controversy about Tether. I'm not going to get into it. You can use it if you want. You can use it if you don't want. They're both going to be available, USD coin and USD Tether. They probably are going to be pretty, some pretty profitable pools to run. I would guess that the Algorand USD coin, the Algorand USD Tether, and the USD coin, the USD Tether pools on TinyMan are going to see a lot of action. If you provide liquidity for them, you will get a portion of all fees that are gathered. Whatever portion of the pool you own, you're going to get that exact same proportion of the fees that are paid. It's all math. It's pretty sweet. And I think that you know, the Algorand stablecoin payers and stablecoin against anything. Stablecoins are going to be a great thing to just make money on Tiny Man, and there also will be, you know, a real low risk way to kind of degen farm on both Algo Fi and Folks Finance. Stablecoins are going to be a big part of the DeFi ecosystem for Algorand, and having a decent stack of them is going to be good because, you know, there's going to be people who won't have any at the beginning, and they're all going to be rushing to Tiny Man to trade their Algorand to get USD Coin and USD Tether to put forth in the ecosystem. And, you know, you have a choice. On day one, do you want to be one of the people who are running to Tiny Man and paying 0.2% in fees and possibly more because as people drain liquidity, the price of Algorand is going to go up, so they're going to be overpaying, and it's going to be a whole mess. Do you want to be those people who are going to be paying the premium, or do you want to be the person who is ready and is sitting there and has liquidity in the pool, and you're making money off these people who are unprepared? You know, to me, it's not a tough decision. I'm going to be one of the people selling the shovels. If you are a history buff, or not even a history buff, if you know any of the history of gold rushes, the people who made money in the gold rushes are the people who sold the shovels. Yes, a few people struck it rich and, you know, found a nice vein of gold and were able to get it out before everybody else, and a lot of those people, you know, they gambled and drank away all the money anyways. But the people who really made generational wealth were the people who were running the stores, who were selling the shovels, and the people who were selling the land, and the banks who were giving out the loans to the miners, and the bars who were then taking their gold dust and, you know, selling them liquor and whores. Prostitutes made a lot of money too. But, you know, you don't want to do that. All right. The next token that we're going to talk about is kind of the granddaddy ASA, YLDY. This was the first DeFi app and is still currently pretty much the only DeFi app. And it's had, it's had a ride. YLDY is at, let's go right to the source here. Jesus. All right, hold on one second. All right. This is the source of YLDY. This is where you can see the price action. All right. So let's go back here. And this is only a point. YLDY existed before here on Uniswap, and then before Uniswap, there was the initial coin offering. All right, so the initial coin offering was 0.002. It then went on to Uniswap. Originally went on Uniswap, and it was at 0.006 for quite a while. It then crashed when it got listed on MEXC. It crashed down to, you know, this 0.003. Then it went back up to 0.006, and we sat at 0.006 for a very long time. And, you know, everybody had ample opportunity to buy that price. Nobody did. Me neither. It started to pop up a little bit. It popped up here to above a penny, and then it kind of went back down below a penny for a second. It kind of lingered around there. Then it popped up to 0.16 and went up here. Then it popped up to 2 cents. Then it popped up to 3 cents. Then it crashed back down to 1.5 cents, and now it's back up to around 2 cents or so. And it's probably going to go back up again. It's a farm token, so there's a chance that it could just go down from here, but it's trying to be more than just your normal farm token. There's a bunch of different stuff coming down the pipeline. They're doing NFT lotteries already. They're talking about you might be able to stake your YLDY and then gain other ASAs. So it's hard to say. I mean, I would say it's always going to be a better choice to stake your Algorand on the YLDY platform and earn it for free. You know, free is always better than paying for it, but on the other hand, if you can get it, you know, if it crashes down to a dime, I mean to a penny, or even under a penny, you know, to 0.009, it definitely makes sense to buy it then. And I mean, it's been to 3 cents, and you can get it right now for under 2 cents. So in theory, that's a great price, but again, it's a farm token. So, you know, you always need to be really careful around, because let's be honest, this is a Ponzi scheme, and we're getting to that point of the Ponzi scheme where if you buy it now, you could get fucked. So I don't know. I will say this though, it will have uses on Tinyman, and I'm not sure that they'll allow you to supply it as collateral on the DeFi decentralized lending and borrowing platforms. That's possibly yes, possibly no. So I can't, it won't, I'm not going to guarantee that it'll have that utility. As far as any ASA in the Algorand ecosystem, though, I would say YLDY is going to definitely have the most utility, and it's worth holding a lot. I hold a lot of YLDY. I sold a little bit of it around 3 cents just to kind of de-risk some, but I still hold a ton, and I'm going to hold it because I think, good things are coming. Plus, I'm earning 30% APY on the stuff I have staked on the YLDY site because I stake my YLDY and then I'm just constantly restaking it. So yeah, I'm holding on to mine. I think it's going to be more valuable in the future. I wouldn't spend your life savings on it now thinking that it's going to go up to a dime because it could go down, it could go up. It's worth holding on to. It's definitely worth staking your Algorand to try and just build your bag of YLDY to be able to, put forth, because as huge as an Algorand is going to be, just, a huge asset to have in this ecosystem that you are going to be able to put to work. YLDY isn't going to be that to that extent, but it probably will have some jobs, and we like money that we can put to work. Money that you can make work for you is good money. All right. Now let's talk about what kind of probably the biggest money that's going to be coming into the ecosystem. The big chunks are probably going to be Algo Mint, and if you have some alternative crypto, in particular, excuse me, if you have Bitcoin or Ethereum, it is definitely going to allow you to inject a bunch of liquidity into the Algorand ecosystem. And if you're somebody who's a big Algorand guy, that would be good. And it also is going to, whales will be able to bring in money. It's going to be important, but it's also going to be a way that you can kind of gather resources now that you'll be able to deploy into the Algorand ecosystem. And it's not a great time to be buying Ethereum, or not a great time to be buying Algorand, but it's not a bad time to be buying Bitcoin and Ethereum because they're both down, or they were down. Earlier. Bitcoin's down 2%. Ethereum's just about equal, but Ethereum at 3,400. It's not a great deal, but it's not a terrible price. And Bitcoin under 50 grand. Yeah, you definitely would have liked to have been buying these a while back, but regardless, it is what it is. And hey, if you have money that's burning a hole in your pocket and you want to have money for that, it's better. It would be better to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum than Algorand today, and you will be able to easily bring your Bitcoin or Ethereum into the ecosystem. And wrapped Bitcoin, they're going to be calling it Go Bitcoin and Go ETH. These will be traded on Tinyman and the other AMMs. They'll be traded on Algodex. There's a very, very good chance you will be allowed to stake and collateralize wrapped Bitcoin on AlgoFi and Folks Finance, it'll be kind of weird because, when you supply something to them, they wrap it in their own token. So when you supply Bitcoin, you'll have a wrap of a wrap of a Bitcoin. But that's the nature of the beast. They've been doing it on Ethereum DeFi for months, so it's not unheard of. It'll just be, it's kind of the layers upon layers that we're working with, but that's what this is. All right. Yeah, that's, like I said, these ones aren't too exciting, but they're a way to bring in a bunch of liquidity in a non-USD kind of way, and a lot of people are going to, and it's nice that we have this ready. So, yeah, if you got a bunch of Bitcoin, you got a bunch of Ethereum, and the Ethereum isn't locked up in a freaking smart contract like mine is, you can possibly bring it to Algorand. Mine will probably be locked up for who knows how much longer, but hey, at least I'm learning. At least I'm earning interest. All right, the next one I want to talk about is an ASA. So, Smilecoin. What is Smilecoin? Well, in the easiest way, it's a way for gamblers to launder money. That's what it's gonna be. You can see Grin Gaming here. It's basically a gambling site. You can go in, and they have like prediction markets for the stock market, where you can go and I won't even explain it because it'll just be easier. Shit, I think I needed to. I tried joining a game that long ago had expired. Here, let's try this again. How to play? Yeah. Basically, you go like, will Facebook go above $376 within time? And you guess yes or no. And there's a ranking of people who are playing it. And like you bet $2, and you can enter here. Everybody wins, so you bet $2, but you are pretty much guaranteed to win your $2 back. And then you can choose when you win out. You can either get paid in $2, or you can get paid like $2.20 in Smilecoin, and then your Smilecoin you can then use that as your entry fee for other contests. But the real thing is, you'll be able to withdraw your Smilecoin to your Algorand wallet, and other gaming platforms will use the Smilecoin. So you'll say you could win 1,000 Smilecoin betting on the stock market, and then you could take that 1,000 Smilecoin and go over to a daily fantasy football site that is also using Smilecoin for their payment system. And now you could use your Smilecoin to make a bet on fantasy football. And say you win that bet, and you get your payout, and you choose to get that payout in Smilecoin. Now you could take your Smilecoin, you could bring it back to Grin Gaming and bet some more, or at this point you could take your Smilecoin to Tinyman and trade it in for USD coin, or you could take your Smilecoin and trade it for Algorand, and then you take that Algorand and you send that Algorand to Coinbase. Now you transfer it, and you take your Algorand and you sell it for USD dollars on Coinbase, and now you can withdraw the cash out of Coinbase, and nobody knows that you won that money gambling. Or you can exchange it to USD coin and just spend it on your Coinbase debit card, right? It's I don't want to blow up their spot too much, but it seems to me like it's kind of a way for people to get their gambling winnings without having to deal with the tax burdens of getting them in U.S. dollars. It has the potential to be absolutely huge. Think about the potential where we become the de facto bank for gamblers. I mean, it the the potential fees that could come out of like a Smilecoin Algorand pool if the wider gambling community discovers that you can, play the games with Smilecoin and USD Coin and the Coinbase debit card. I mean, I'm not a gambler at all. I had $20 on Smilecoin like a long time ago, and I just thought that gambling isn't a thing to me. But I mean, if a bunch of gamblers want to assist me, or rather need my assistance in laundering money, okay, yes, I will participate in that. I'm pretty sure it's legal. If it's not, it's decentralized, so I ain't gonna know who the hell I am anyways. Yeah, and okay, so Smilecoin. The only way to get it right now is you can harvest it through Grin Gaming. You can add funds on Grid Gaming. Basically, the first time you do it, you get double. I was kind of stupid and only did 10. If I could go back now, I would. I forget if there was a top amount, but if I had a lot of free time, I would probably deposit $500, get a free $500, and then just keep playing the $2 contest, because you can play the $2 all win stock market session, and then as soon as the stock market closes, the crypto one starts, and the crypto thing it's basically the exact same. You're just you're guessing, if is Ethereum or Bitcoin going to go up more in the next 5 minutes? Will Doge go above or below this? It's the same thing, and it's the same deal. You bet $2, and you're pretty much guaranteed to win $2 back, but you get paid more in Smilecoin, so you can choose when you win your $2, you can choose to get paid in $2, or you can choose to get paid in $2.20 in Smilecoin. So I mean, if you wanted to become like the Smilecoin king of the burgeoning ecosystem, you could kind of become a player in it by going in, adding funds, getting your biggest max, because like I said, on your very first deposit, I'm pretty sure it was double. It may be gone now. I don't want to speak out of turn, but regardless, you're getting free money when you deposit, and then you're getting more free money when you choose to get Smilecoin over dollars. So, and then you'll make more free money when you provide liquidity for the Tiny Man pool. So, not financial advice, but if you're a NEET and you're wondering what you're going to do now that the free government checks have ran out, start farming Smilecoin. I guarantee you won't be the only one doing it. Yeah, Smilecoin could be huge, or, it also could fall to the wayside and some other coin on some other network becomes the de facto gambler coin. But there's a chance, and you got to take some risks to make money, and this is fairly low risk, I think. But on the other hand, the federal government could shut it all down tomorrow, so it's a little bit I don't want to blow up their spot and say that, because he's the guy who's running it, Taj, he's a good guy, and I think he does have all his ducks in the row. I mean, like I'm not saying this is legal. This is 100% legal as the law stands. Just laws can change is all I'm saying. All right. The next one I want to talk about is Opulous. Now, I have a very I think I kind of have a different opinion on Opulous from a lot of people in the Algorand community. A lot of people in Algorand are very, very excited about this and what it could do for Algorand. I don't really. I'm 1,000 times more excited about what AlgoFi or Tiny Man can do for Algorand rather than what Opulous can do. I mean, I think Opulous can do a lot for Opulous, and I think it's a cool idea. I mean, it's look into it yourself, but it's, long story short, it's musical artists can tokenize their songs, and all the money that those songs earn, on Spotify and everywhere else, that money comes into a pool and then it's paid out in proportion to whoever owns the token. So, if the artist sells the rights to their song and you buy 1% of those rights, you are entitled to 1% of everything that song makes on Spotify and every other platform that the song makes money on. So, it's a really cool idea. It's a real world use case for NFTs. I think it's really neat. But as far as like the actual total value locked into the Algorand blockchain, I don't see it having a huge impact. The token, the governance token. Now, it's important to remember that the songs will be NFTs, so those will be a completely separate thing from any kind of ASA that is going to exist. The Opulous token, but the Opulous token is one of those kind of things. See, here's the thing. I don't understand a lot of things in the world, and a lot of those things I don't understand are things that like the rest of the world understands. The cool kids, I've never understood any of that shit. And the cool kids seem really into it, so it could have like cool kid price action where it'll go to the moon, and okay, whatever, cool. I don't understand it though, but I'll have some and I'll trade it on Tiny Man. But like I said, there's a lot of other people in the Algorand community who are very, very excited about it, and I understand that it will bring, like, for just the marketing it will bring to Algorand is good, because it'll get people talking about it who probably wouldn't be talking about Algorand, because Algorand is, let's face it, we're the nerds of the blockchain, and people talk bad about that, but when entire countries and giant banks are signing up for you because you haven't had goofy ass viral marketing, it's like, I don't know. It's like, it was fun to make those really crazy Facebook posts about, really controversial stuff, but 5 years later, prospective employee is looking at it and being like, bro, you were posting some pretty radical stuff about pineapples on Facebook 5 years ago. This is not really what we're looking for in our professional company. You've got a 3-piece suit on now, and that's all great and everything, but yeah. Anyways, I'm not sure where I was going with that, but yeah, Opulous. Possible moonshot. Possible, who knows? I don't understand it, and quite often that means stuff makes a lot of money, so it's something to keep an eye on. As far as where to buy it, you cannot buy it on any exchanges right now. They had, an ICO where it sold for a nickel. ICOs can be good, they can be bad. It's like I said, the ICO or IDO for YLDY was 0.002. It was at 0.006 for a long time. Those people made a lot of money if they sold at 0.006. they made a lot less money than if they would have sold at 0.03. I don't know. All right, let's move on. The next one I want to talk about is planets. Planets you can actually buy. Planets are, you basically mine them by running an atmospheric sensor. This has actually been running on the Algorand blockchain for a very, very long time. There are a lot of planets already in the ecosystem. You can buy them, the ASA token, you can buy on the Bitfinex, however you say that word right there. You can buy them on this exchange, and you've been able to for a while. Let's see how far back. Oh, not that long, but looks like June, the beginning of June. Yeah, June 1st or so. Let's see if we can narrow down exactly what day it was. Yeah, June 4th. It opened at $1. Yeah, see, I was talking about the IDO. This can happen sometimes when they first go onto the exchanges. So, all right, so yeah, obviously anybody who bought it at $1 got they got taken off back. It's at 17 cents now, and it crashed, and it's just kind of had a nice steady build up. This is going to be something, like I said, a lot of people have been being paid planets to mine, basically by you run a little atmospheric sensor. It's constantly taking measurements of how the air quality is. It's sending those measurements along the Algorand blockchain back to a central place, and people can, I'm guessing at some point you'll be able to pay for an app, and it will give you an alert on your phone if track your GPS, and if you're nearing some place that has lower air quality, you'll get a notification on your phone and be like, hey, turn around if you don't want to get cancer. And everybody who runs one of those little air sensors will be paid in planets, and those people will be wanting to change those planet tokens into something like either Algorand or USD Coin, USD Tether. So I think the planet Algo or the planet USD Coin pool on Tiny Man will be a profitable one to park some liquidity in, and you can be ready to do that, because you can get planets right now on Bitfinex. I don't have an account on this. I'm sure it's you can get one without KYC, probably. I don't know. I shouldn't say that because like I said, I haven't done it. But a lot of these ones, like MEXC and Kucoin and whatnot, you don't really need KYC. You just need an email and a phone. And if you decided that you wanted to kind of really go balls in on planets and become like the de facto planet superstore on Tiny Man and any other AMMs that open up, you could do it, and you can start doing it right now by buying them on Bitfinex for 17 cents a piece. You can see with this price action, though, somebody probably else is doing that, so we'll see. But there's going to be room for more than one person. All right. The next one I want to talk about is not really a token or cryptocurrency at all. It's gold. Gold, baby, and other precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, copper. All of these. The people who run Algo Mint are also the same people who run Meld Gold. And one of the, their main thing is they digitize gold. And it's actually on the blockchain, the Algorand blockchain. You can see here, Meld Gold, Meld Silver. And they've also talked about they're going to be coming out with something called Go Gold, like their Go BTC and Go ETH. They will have a Go Gold, and you'll be able to bring Meld Gold tokens, or there's some other other companies that have digitized gold, and you'll be able to bring any kind of that digitized gold in, and they will put it into a basket, and you will be able to claim a gold token, and those gold tokens will be used. You'll be able to trade them on Tinyman. You'll be able to trade them on Algo Dex. There is a possibility that AlgoFi and Folks Finance will allow you to supply, collateralize, and possibly even borrow gold, silver, platinum, palladium. you know, there exists a world where you will be able to degen farm with a half pound of gold, and I think that would just be goddamn hilarious, and also kind of smart because gold has very low volatility, and if you combine different kinds of digital gold, you lower the volatility even more. And when things have very low volatility, it makes sense to it makes more sense to take very dangerous loans with a high amount of collateral. Like, you don't want to take a high collateralized loan against Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin, the price moves 10% in either direction, you could be completely fucked. And the odds of Bitcoin price moving 10% in either direction is very, very high. Gold hasn't moved 10% in either direction since a Spanish galleon went down back in 1490, So it's, gold, gold has 3,000 years of price discovery. And being able to leverage the low volatility of gold in the Algorand ecosystem is going to be a big deal. And it's, don't undersell that. And now this one's a little bit different. I'm not saying you should start stacking gold now. I mean, I don't have any, and I'm not going to try and really go for any. But I do think, as I'm making profits in the Algorand ecosystem, and I'm thinking about what to do with those profits, pulling some of them out to put into gold is definitely going to be one of the things I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be pulling out profits, putting them in stablecoins, pulling out profits, putting them in lofty AI and real estate, pulling out profits and putting them in gold, because that's always kind of my strategy. Is you invest in the higher risk, higher reward things, and when you get a reward, say you have $5,000 invested in something, and you do all right and you get up to $5,500. Well, pull out that $500, put it into something much, much less risky, and continue let that $5,000 ride. And each time you hit something nice, you pull out that profit and put it into something less, and the next thing you know, you own $4,000 in real estate. So gold, I am very, very excited about gold, and it's kind of ironic that since being in cryptocurrency, I am so much more excited about real estate and so much more excited about gold than if I had not gotten into cryptocurrency. It's the iron, it's ironic, but it's also, it's not, because you start understanding the value of things, the real value of things, when you start realizing that dollars are fucking bullshit. It's not just crypto that are good to have other than dollars. I just don't want to have dollars, but it's not just crypto that I want to have. I want to have other things too, but I sure in the fuck don't really want dollars. I drained another savings account freaking on this last price action. It wasn't my. I had $500 that was just languishing in this stupid savings account. That was, making me 3 cents a month or whatever stupid thing. It was just sitting there, and I didn't really think about it. And yesterday, with Algo doing what it was doing, I was like, you know what? Let's put it to work finally. And I finally did. And that $500 that had made $1 in the last year, I made a hell of a lot more than $1 yesterday. So yeah. All right. So those are kind of the major ones that I targeted and kind of picked out to focus on in this video. If you found that interesting and not too long-winded, well, no, come on, let's be honest. I'm sure everybody found that way too long-winded. Even I did. But I hope it also was informative. If it was, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you want to hear some more stuff like this. I'm going to try and keep them shorter, but I also have a tendency to run at the mouth, so you'll have that. Let's talk about what you can do to stay on top of other ASAs that are going to be coming, because there will be more that are coming, and the verified ones are going to be the ones that you're going to be able to make money on. All right, anyways, you go to Algorand or the algoexplorer.io. If you click on assets, what it's going to have, it has all of the verified assets, and these ones go in the order in which they were verified. So the Asia Reserve currency coin was actually the very first ever asset verified on the Algorand blockchain. Tether was actually 3. But right, you can go down here so you can see, and all of these tokens, they have websites you can click on and you can see what they are. Like, if you wanted to learn more about MELD, you could click on that and it'll take you to the MELD Gold website. Anyways, more assets. Oh, I almost forgot about this one. Exodus. They're going to be listing their stocks on the blockchain. You'll be able to trade the Exodus stock on TinyMan, the exit token on TinyMan. Anyways, if you're looking for new ones, a good thing you can do is see how it ends here, and these ones are unverified. So these right here are the last 3, and these are lofty. It's a little controversial on whether or not these ones should be getting verified. It takes away some of the utility of verified tokens when, of the last 7 verified tokens, 8 verified tokens, 6 of them are for a house. I mean, yeah, no, we need it. I invest in Lofty, and I really like it as a project, but Algorand needs to stop verifying their tokens. You can tell it's a real token because it comes from this address that starts with Lofty. We can't be giving green check marks to every single house. I mean, when they have 200 properties, they're going to have 200 of the 300 ASAs. That's just not, it doesn't work. Because the best way to see what the new ASAs are, if you go down to the bottom, and you take away all the Lofty shit, you can see that the most recent ones added were Smilecoin and Opulous. So, you can just go on Algorand, hit assets, go down to the bottom, ignore all the Lofty stuff, and you can find the most recent verified ASAs. And the most recent verified ASAs are probably going to be worth something, maybe not. You can also, you can look on Algo family here, and, this is just kind of just a fun thing. It's not a real project, Let's see, something kind of somewhat newer, like Putting Points. I mean, all right, Putting Points is a verified asset. I'm going to take a wild stab. I haven't done much research, but I'm going to guess it's not something I want to put a whole lot of cash into. Yeah, and you can see their website. Yeah, obviously this is not the type of thing that you want to make a large capital investment into. Now, let's say, for instance, and click on Smilecoin. And this website's a bit more intriguing. Here you can. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned this, but don't ever buy a token on the Ethereum network through Uniswap, because you will have to bridge it, and you will spend literally, if you wanted to bridge $10 of YLDY from Ethereum to Algorand, it would cost you probably $300 to bridge $10. So I mean, we're on Algorand because Ethereum sucks. Just don't do it. All right. I think that's about all I'm going to cover in this one. It's way too long already, and probably too much to really wrap your head around. I will have links down in the description below to some of the coins I talked about, and I'll have timestamps to try and do the timestamp thing to each thing I talked about. But just to quickly go over one more time what I think you should be stacking for the upcoming Dawn of DeFi. Number 1, Algo. Number 2, stablecoins. Number 3, YLDY. Number 4, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Number 5, Smilecoin. Number 6, gold. After that, we get into, it's a matter of opinion where Opulous versus planets versus other stuff that's going to be coming out. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button. Comment down below if there's something you'd like me to cover in the future, and hit that subscribe if you want to know when that video comes out. You all have a great day. I hope you made as much money as I did in the last couple days. Later on.